let's take a look at Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel. Now this is a great tune. It's quite a pacey one for strumming along. Your BPM is somewhere in the realms of about 185, so it's quite quick on the old strumming. And that also means then that you have to be moving fairly quick with your chord changes on this one. And there is a few chords in this, but they're all fairly basic open chords. Okay, so you've got E7. Could substitute that with just an E. Okay, but E7, it's got one less finger, it's got to make it easier, right? A7, D, G, C, and this really common passing chord, okay, which we're going to call C over B. Okay, keep the top part of the C chord going, drop the bass note to B. That goes down to A minor really nicely. Then aside from that, what else we've got in there? We've got a D7. Again, you could just play a D there, but D7, E minor, C. Oh, we said C, we've got C. I think that's it then, that's all your chords, okay? So there's a fair few in this, but they should all be ones that you come across fairly quickly when you're playing guitar. They're all pretty common. And a couple of those 7 chords, you could just play straight major chords if you're not too familiar with them. Strumming wise, it's a pretty straightforward strum. Okay, it's a real good one, which is this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, let's just play it quite fast. Okay, so that's it. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up, down. The only time that you're going to sort of break away from that is for the passing chord where you drop into straight down strokes. So the strumming's actually easier there, and that'll help you negotiate the left hand changes a little bit better. The only other time you might stray from that strumming is if you want to attempt the kind of little bluesy kind of riff you get at the start of the song, and it creeps up a few times throughout. Okay, if you want to give that a go, but it's quite quick, so it's not going to be for everyone. It's best done with some hammer-ons to really make that flow kind of nice and fluid and legato. Okay, so let's get into the main song then. The intro, if you're strumming, you're just going to strum E7 for 8 bars. Okay, that's all that happens at the start of the song. The little intro riff goes by 4 times. Okay, and I'll come back around to that. Let's sort the strumming out first. So, 8 bars of E7. 1, 2, 3, if you're playing your own version of this, you might not want to sit on just that one chord for as long. You might want to get straight into the verse, that's fine. But if you're playing with someone else and maybe they're playing the chords, get them to play E7 8 times so you can play the fiddly bit, or vice versa. The verse then is 5 bars of E7, which is really odd. It's quite unusual to find 5 bars, but it does happen from time to time. So here we go, 5 bars of E7, and then 4 bars of A7. 4 bars is a bit more common. Okay, so first part of this, E7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A7, 2, 3, 4. Then D, G, then our little passing chord bar, okay, C over B, and that goes down to A minor, and you have 2 bars there. Okay, now that passing chord again is C. Best way to play it is going to be getting your 3rd finger out of the way, and your 2nd finger's just got to move up 1 string. Just bring that up to the A string. Okay, and ideally, I'd say ideally you want this finger to actually drag and knock out the D string. Okay, if you get that note in there, it's not the end of the world. You're moving so quick off to the next place, it doesn't really matter. That's without, that's with. You can decide which one you like the most, but usually if it's a C over B, we'd avoid that D note. Okay. Then you're on to A minor, as I said, 2 bars there, then E7, 2 bars, and I'm suggesting D7 on the end for 2 bars. You could just play D, but after those 2 bars it's going to G, and D7 leads to G just that little bit nicer. It's just that little bit more tense and wants to resolve to G really strongly. So here's the verse section then. Let's try something like this, not too fast. Let's do a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then A7, 2, 3, 4, D, G, then C, over B, A minor. E7, D7. Okay, that's the verse section. So just really kind of straight ahead strumming and working your way around those chords. Next up is the chorus then, and that starts on G. You do 1 bar there and then 1 bar on E minor. So G, E minor. Then you do that again. G, E minor. And then you go to C for 2 bars. And D7 for 2 bars. Okay, so you could think of the chorus kind of being in 2 halves. That's the first half. G, E minor, G, E minor, C, D7. Then the second half starts the same. It's almost all the same actually. G, E minor, G, E minor, C for 2 bars, and then this time it's A minor. Okay, you can slot the passing chord in on the way down to A minor if you want. Sort of strum through it, or you could make a point of it. And sort of just put some downs on it. But to be honest, I think it actually works a little bit better here to just strum through. Okay, and then what happens at the end of that is it goes back to E7 for 8 bars. Okay, so just like the intro. And really, that's it. That's the whole song, okay? You do your intro, your verse, your chorus, and then you go back and do that again 4 times. And that's the whole song, okay? So, pretty consistent strumming pattern throughout. Getting your way around those chord changes. And if you want to try that intro riff, then let's have a look at that now then. So, it can actually be a little bit tricky to play it initially because it starts on an offbeat. It actually starts on the and of 1, and it really just works its way up an E minor pentatonic scale, or a G major scale, or G major pentatonic I should say. But it's being played over this E7, so we're thinking of it as E. You know, it starts and ends on an E. It's over an E chord. It's an E scale. So it starts on the end of 1. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So a fair bit of kind of syncopation happening there. Kind of accenting the off beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so note how that open D rings out slightly longer, and then the 2 on the end. hangs for as long as you want it to. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So we're hammering on there, open E, hammer to the 3rd fret, open A, hammer to the 2nd fret, pick the open D, pick the 2nd fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, that's it. Those are the notes. Just got to get that rhythm. Okay, picking wise, you can just go basically downstrokes through there if you like. Don't have to worry about kind of alternate picking there. Downstrokes will give you a nice strong initial note for doing the hammer on. So really, that's it folks, okay? It's quite a straightforward one. It's just got a few chords for you to negotiate. So take that away, give it some practice and see if you can get that up to speed. Take care.